again, out of boredom completely. How do I write a love song for someone who's too good for words? How do I open up my soul and tell them what needs to be heard? Descriptions won't fit, or words won't rhyme. I mean, come on, I don't have the time. Gotta hurry, hurry, pen moving in a flurry. How does he manage to make me feel this way? He's got my heart running away. How do I write a love song for someone I'm sure to never meet? How do I pour out my heart and put it to a beat? How does I shine my whole mind? His heart don't bleed and his hips don't lie. Oh, he makes me feel so girly. How does he manage to make me feel this way? He's got my heart running away. Every time I think of him, my heart hits the floor. If he would just say my name, my heart would start to soar. So I ask one more time, if the world were to stop, if the sun wouldn't shine, how does he manage to make me feel this way? He's got my heart running away, away, away.
Oh my goodness, what talent we have in the house. That was Meg, everybody. Good Meg. I'm glad that I was hosting this tonight because I understood you weren't here last time.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to have been
passed up. We had the wrong date.
Oh, shucks. Well, let's go over that while we're talking about it. What's the next date there in...
Just about to go get it.
All right, good. Thank you, Andy. It's, well, I won't even say that because that might cause confusion. Let's see, is Emmanuel Taylor still here? Or Rita? All right, then. I thought so. They had their names crossed out, but I tried in any case. So we're moving on to Tessie. Tessie? Terry? Oh, yeah, Terry. Sorry. Jeez. Yeah, I know Terry, but we're going to have to work on that penmanship there. Sorry.
It's too late now.
That looks like an S where I come from. And I have nuns. So you know I know how to make my figures.
I had nuns too, and when they would see that, they'd beat me, they'd beat their tail.
I would think so.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, check it out. I'm going...
Well, that's close enough. That's good. I got 2 little lines I'm going to forget, so that's perfect right there.
All right.
Right
You
here,
got
I
it.
don't have to put my glasses on.
I was going to say, you need me to run it down the street a little further? All right. I'm a wise guy. That's
okay.
You know that. Are you going to plug that in or?
No, I'm not, it's okay.
Well, Artie.
Artie will take care of it. Yeah, it's okay.
Football players. All right, Terry Collins, everybody.
All right, are we hooked up? Yes, I guess we are. I got to share some information with you guys because I don't have any friends, so I got to talk to somebody. So, if your doctor ever sends you for an EMG, don't go. They use a taser. Is that they taser? They use a taser gun. Don't. I'm still electrocuted. I'm still.
You got tased?
I got tased. Yes, that's what they use, a taser gun for EMG. And you can tell I know all about medical terms, but if your doctor sends you for one, don't go. I got a free shirt. This is my shirt. I got this as a present from Bobby Childress, and everybody knows who Bobby Childress is.
From Star?
Nah, she's the wife of Bob Shane. Everybody knows who Bob Shane is. Bob Shane is the only living member of the original Kingston Trail. And every year they have a fantasy camp in Phoenix, Arizona. And we talk a lot on the internet. And Bobby felt sorry for me. I was, the fantasy camp, it's a cool thing. It's 3 or 4 days. It's seminars. It's all kinds of stuff. You get to actually appear on stage with the Kingston Trail, and it's real cool. And I was $2,999 short of the fee, which is $3,000. So Bobby felt sorry for me and sent me a shirt that says I'm a happy camper. So I got the shirt, and that's as close as it's going to get. And speaking of the old folk songs, as you know, I enjoy several different musical genres. I don't know what that word means, but it's so cool to say genre, isn't it? I have no idea what that means, but anyway. Speaking of the old folk songs, way back when, before electricity even, the songs were just kind of passed around. So somebody would get a good melody, It would get passed around here, there, and everywhere, and people would write their own lyrics to it. So someone will say to you someday, you ever hear the whole old folk song, blah, blah, blah? And you'll say, no. Then they'll sing it and they'll say, oh, I heard that song, but the words were different. That's kind of cool. That's the way it was done back then. And this song, because it was on a Kingston Trio album, String Along, one of my favorites, I'm going to do the original version combined with the Kingston Trio version written by whomever, because the one version is about a guy whose girlfriend dumped him, and he's kind of pathetic, and he's just feeling sorry for himself, so he wrote a song. And the other version, which is the original version, is about a guy whose girlfriend dumped him, probably the same girl. And his reaction to it was, so what? So two different concepts on the exact same idea. The original song was called More Pretty Girls Than One. The Kingston Trio version was called Who's Gonna Hold Her Hand? There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. I've roamed around, I've had my fun. There's more pretty girls than one. Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna be her man tonight? Who's gonna hold her hand? I watched that big white moon go down, sailing into the sea. And every time that wheel went around, she was farther away from me. She sailed away to another town I'll never understand. She'll walk the streets in a yellow gown, saying, who's gonna be my man? Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna be her man tonight? Who's gonna hold her hand? Sometimes I think my world will end, and I'll have no place to hide, to cry the tears she left behind, and the lonely feeling inside. There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. I've rambled around, I've had my fun. There's more pretty girls than one. Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna hold her hand? Who's gonna be her man tonight? Who's gonna hold her hand? There's more pretty girls than one. Thank you. An old folk song of unknown origin, which a lot of people like to record because that made them public domain songs and nobody had to get paid royalties on them. So, speaking of royalties, moving forward in the song business, as we get into the 1950s, things were really different. They were really wild, and these companies really knew what they were doing. And they had what they called the A&R department. The A&R department would listen to demo after demo after demo after demo, and then bing, one would make a little light bulb go off. They say, "This sounds like a hit." And these people actually were pretty good at picking out what was going to be a hit. So then they would record it, then it would go to the promotion department, who used payola in those days. I'm sure that never goes on now, but they used payola to get the record played over and over and over on the radio, really rammed it down our throat until we would go buy the record. A few weeks would go by, sales would fall off, and they would start promoting the next one. Well, business is business. Anyway, when that happened, then it got to us, you and me, us, to decide if that was a pretty good song or not. And we would keep playing it, we'd keep listening to it, and so on. This song, it's kind of an anniversary for this song. It was a hit record in October of 1961. That was 50 years ago. Today, 50 years later, this is the #1 most often song played on jukeboxes in America. 50 years later. So I guess we decided we like the song, and I bet you half of you know what song it is already. And for the other half, it's this one. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew my love long as you want it. Then someday leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love would hold you. I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, I'm crazy for loving you. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for love.